for those of you that are here, welcome aboard. We're going to be playing one of my favorite DOS games tonight. It is a shoot 'em up from 1992 called Galactix, and it's one of my I think this is the earliest. This is one of the first VGA games I remember playing. Is that true? No, I just made that up. I think Prince of Persia I played before this. That's VGA. But this is definitely an early VGA title. In eXoDOS, it says this game is from 1992. In fact, let's just get over to it here. And get out of this, and let's check our levels here. I feel like that should be a little louder, actually. Oh, no, there it is. Turn that down a little bit of my headphones. Let's see what we get here. Galactix fit on a single floppy disk. I think the executable was like GX13. I think this is version 1.3. This is the introduction. I'm just going to let this run because this is it's the television news broadcasting station there. Also, this was in the future. It was in 2019.
In today's news, Brazilian lumberjacks cut down the last tree in the rainforest. A spokesman for the Acme Toothpick Company said, "Gee, that's too bad."
Attention Terrans. We decided to have come to conquer your world and enslave its people. Nothing can withstand the power of Zytus. Prepare now. Your doom is at hand.
Gee, that's too bad. That's my favorite part of that intro. So now we pan down and you'll see the hero ship. There we go. So, the controls on this, use your mouse to control the ship, which is pretty unique. Left and right moves your ship left and right. The left mouse button fires. The right mouse button fires your missiles. And then both buttons at the same time launch your little pincher. So the way this game works is that if you shoot enemies, some enemies, when you shoot them, and only with your laser guns, not with bombs and not with missiles, and to launch bombs, you can use I think you can press down on the scroll wheel, but I always hit B on the keyboard to launch my bombs. So it doesn't work when you use bombs or missiles, but if you defeat an enemy with lasers or bullets, sometimes they will leave behind this little floating letter. It's a bonus thing, and you'll see B's for bombs, M's for missiles, and E's for additional energy. Now what you have to do is press both mouse buttons, and you have these little pincher hands that will go up and grab. You have to control it. You have to grab those letters and pull them down, and once they get down to your ship, you will obtain that bonus. It's much easier. You'll get it real quick. This game works in the levels go in 5 levels at a time. So there's a first enemy, level 1, a second enemy, level 2, a third enemy, level 3, level 4 is those 3 enemies together, and level 5 is those enemies plus with a command ship. And if you beat the command ship, here's a little guy, take it off. If you beat the command ship, you'll see a bonus letter of letter S. Alright, so this is level 1. Shoot these guys. If you look on the far right, actually, hit escape to pause. If you look on the far right, you'll see where it says missiles, I have 10, and bombs, I have 2. Then we have what level I'm on, and my score right now, which is 0. Now that bar on the right that goes all the way up and down right there is my health meter, and you see it goes green, yellow, and then red. Once you... Is it a little loud? There we go. Oh, you know, I'm turned down too. I'm down and the audio's up. And so what happens is that green section over there, when your damage gets down through the green, you lose the weapons that you build up through the additional things. This particular one I'm not playing is on the Mister, but you can play it on the AO486 core. It plays just fine. Let's see. There we go. Let me unpause this. Okay, so I got to grab those bombs. Now I've got more bombs. I'm really just doing this now. Oh, now I missed those missiles, watch. So I don't get the missiles. I did not grab them. Level 2. Get some of these guys. They're a little tougher. But you can hold down your button. Oh, no. See, I don't want to... Notice that the missiles are floating away towards the top of the screen. We'll barely grab that one. What we really want right now... See how that machine... that guy is smoking? He's about to die. But if you shoot him when he's way at the top... The bonus, if he has a bonus... Oh, yeah, I need those bombs. I'll show you what the bombs are great for here in just a minute. Now, one thing I learned about this game as a kid... Okay, we're going to use a couple missiles here now. Oh, man. Taking some damage. Oh, this is not good. I don't want to go into the next level. You should hear the alarms going off. That's the alarm of I'm almost dead. Oh, no, I'm not even going to make it past this level. That's terrible. This game has 100 levels, and that's going to be our goal for tonight. Keep getting texts and notifications. We're just going to quit. Now I'm going to focus on the game. Oh, that's the world. Sorry, I got the world blown up. I don't know if you get infinite continues, but when you continue, I do know that you lose a certain amount of your stuff. Alright, now we're going to take things seriously. Now, when you get bombs, for these types of guys, they will instantly be destroyed with a single bomb. Didn't get any of my bonus stuff. It's all floating away. But what you really need is bombs right now more than missiles. And there's a reason. It's because we're going to use bombs on level 5. So levels 1 and 2 you should just take out with your lasers. They're not a big deal. And your energy rebuilds over time, like on its own. So, like if your energy is low, and there's only one enemy left like this, then you just wait a minute and wait for your energy to build back up. Now level 3, these guys... Is there something white crawling on my hat? I hope not. Alright, we're going to launch a bomb. I don't see anything white crawling on this. I don't want to use all my bombs yet. The missiles are okay, though. I don't mind wasting a few missiles. Of course, when you blow a guy up with a missile, it won't ever leave a bonus item. So... wait for this guy to come back lower. Just in case he's got an item. No item. Okay. So when you get to level 5... oh. I get it now. We're going to launch a bomb immediately. We're going to hide. Now, the bomb won't destroy this ship. Which is okay. So it got everybody else. And now we have to get that S. And now... this is the beginning of the game. Now, the thing is, this is like level 1 upgrade of our guns, right? Oh, nope. Missed everything. Got it. Now, if I beat level 10, I'll add onto these guns some more. But if I don't keep these guns to the end of the level, then I lose everything and I start back with the guns that I started the game with. So that's not really a problem on these early levels. But what you don't want is to lose all your guns on level 40, because then you're just going to be screwed. Then you just might as well quit, which I'm not smart enough to do. All right, now this is level 8. Again, you gotta hammer these dudes out as quickly as possible. No. Can't hammer guns. Now notice I have 0 bombs, which is going to make level 10 really bad for me, and level 9 really bad for me. Yep, I just lost my guns. I lost everything. I almost lost my life. Do we dress up for Halloween? My wife always dresses up for Halloween. My wife would dress up for Halloween if we didn't go anywhere and we weren't handing out candy. I think she would dress up for Halloween. I don't have a costume picked up for this year. I don't really know what we're doing for Halloween. It gets a little tougher when, I'm sure Morgan is going to go to a band party or something, and Mason's not here, so I'm not really sure what we're doing. Okay, so this was level 10, and I did not get my gun upgrade. I let it fly away. Complete waste of time. now what'll happen is I've got to go through 5 more levels with just the most basic guns. So the game is getting harder and harder and harder. But I didn't upgrade my guns. My neighborhood sent out a thing that said they want everybody to trick-or-treat in our neighborhood on Saturday. So we are prepared for trick-or-treaters on Saturday. Even though, as I said on Rando Rob, that is an annoyance in my book. I think trick-or-treating should be on Halloween. But I'm not in charge of the neighborhood, or we'd all have 12-foot skeletons. It'd be required. You know, I could hand out, I have a giant container of hot sauce packets right here next to me. And I gave away sunglasses last year. Bombs, I'm gonna need those. Only one bomb. Nope, 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 nope. Let's not kill me dead yet. Come on now. I could use those. So close. Alright, I do have one bomb, so here's the plan. Oh no, this is the wrong level! I just used my... I thought this is level 15. Well, this is going to be a doo-doo show. Not good. Not good. Oh, now that E is energy. Watch. Whoop. Fill me back up of energy. Or electricity. Electricity. The mic's as loud as it goes. Mic is all the way up. I can turn game sound down more, but I can't turn me up more. I don't think... Yeah, that's... wait a minute. Let me see here. Check, check. That's all we got, Captain. All right, let's... does that change Halloween? Yeah, of course. I mean, I would say, you know, I mean, I think it's all about doing stuff. I think in the early years, it's doing it for your kids, and then after a while, it's doing it with your kids. And I know that Steel Rat does a lot of like adult kind of things with his kids for Halloween, you know, like dressing up and going to things or whatever. But my kids have honestly just never been that much into Halloween, which is a little bit of a bummer for me. You know, I mean, they were into the normal, you know, they were into getting candy when they were younger, and you know, but they weren't like, like they didn't want to go to haunted houses, they didn't want to do other stuff, they didn't want to help decorate, you know. I mean, they were just into the kind of regular stuff. So I probably should, I don't have a bomb, so I can't use a bomb. Well, that's great. This is not going to go well. Kind of a kamikaze mission here. So yeah, without the kids here, it's like, I will say one thing that's different is we used to, just in general parenting, we always had this rule called divide and conquer. You know, I mean, if there was a time where the kids were being particularly difficult or something, then we would, you know, somebody would take one kid, somebody would take the other kid, and this is so bad. Yeah, we didn't make it. What level am I? 19? Might as well start continuing. Eventually we'll run out of continues, but I really don't have any guns to lose. But anyway, nope. So there was a few years where we had to divide and conquer because for Halloween you want to give out candy. You want to be, you know, we want to be that household that gives out candy, but also, you know, you had to take your kids out trick or treating, right? Yeah, still starting to get harder here. Now you're gonna have to determine between. Give me them guns. Give me them guns. That's all I care about. Oh, I already lost my guns. That didn't work. Lost them again. How many missiles do I have? Not enough missiles to be... Oh, no. No. Yeah, you know, we've tried the bowl of candy on the front porch, and, I mean, I think the logistics of it worked. Like, you know, although we did come home to an empty bowl of candy, and of course you don't know if it worked or if the first kid took all the candy, so you don't really know. But, yeah, so we've done that where one takes the kids and one stays home, you know, and then, I think last year, Morgan had a band, event on Halloween. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Just stay in the pocket there. Eventually I'm going to have to start over, but... I remember the first time... Oh, here we go. Some bombs. Thank you. Remember the first time I took my kids trick-or-treating, and we came to a house that had someone had just left the bowl out, and I thought, there's no way that would have happened in the 80s. There's no way. I mean, I don't have a single friend that wouldn't have taken somewhere between a giant handful and all the candy in a candy bowl like that. And I remember my wife saying, well, you know, maybe they have one of those doorbells. Of course, this is like before we had a Ring doorbell, you know. She's like, maybe they have one of those doorbells. I'm like, oh, yeah. And they can look at their doorbell and see, oh, look, Frankenstein took all the candy. Or whatever the kid in the costume was. What I'm trying to do now is dodge meteors and let my health build up a little bit. But, yeah, it's just not going to do it. I never went to any houses that were really scary, you know, like oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so I had 6 bombs and I didn't see what the other one were. I want to see what if I lose. No, I still got my stuff. It's just... Alright, we're going to get some guns built back up here. Okay, so let's launch a bomb, get rid of these dudes. Alright, and let's wait till he gets a little lower. Oh. And I took him out and I missed the gun. Something about, you know, it takes a bad, oh, I could use that, a bad gamer to blame the controls, but there's something a little bit in this emulation that's just a little bit floaty, a little bit different. Ah, yes, the old stay still till the kids show up trick. We've never really done a whole lot of Halloween decoration. You know, we've done our share of putting out plastic skeletons and stuffed dummies on the front porch and stuff like that, you know. Now, if you grab that thing, it will never, it won't stop the level until your thing comes back down. If you're going up after it, it can stop. All right, that should be 28. All right, we've got a few bombs saved up. We're not gonna make it very far in this game unless I start building up some weapons, I can tell you that. Alright, again, let's try to survive this. Alright. I remember when I was a kid, the bigger kids hiding in trees. And then as we would go by with our things of candy, the kids would come by, I mean, they would drop out of the trees. And I remember that happened to me one year, and it scared the bejesus out of me. Alright. So this is how we're going to work these next few levels. Hey, Tex. Oh, look, it's an Amigos raid! Raid! I would ask what you guys were playing tonight, but I was there for the first half of the stream. Booyah! I was a big fan of the word booyah. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna cheat and get, because what we gotta do is get to level, whatever, let's see, we're on, this will be 34. We gotta get to 35 and get the next weapon upgrade without getting the bejesus blown out of my ship here. That's the thing. So as long as I make it to, if I could get the weapon on this next one without losing my weapon first, which should be okay. Okay, so now we'll build on to the weapon. See, what I've got right now is my normal bullets, and then I've got that machine gun thing in the middle, right? Alright, here we go. Let's get him down low. Nice and low. Aim high to low. And then let's get... Oh, I missed it! God, this game. Now, the thing is, we don't want to kill that dude, because if I can grab those bombs... Nope, missed him. So for everybody just coming in on the raid, this is Galactix. This is a DOS game from 1992. This is probably not the first VGA game I ever played, but it was... Oh, no, I just lost my stinking guns. And there's 100 levels in this game. Now, if you got... This was a very early... one of those shareware / commercial releases. So if you got the shareware version, it only went to level 50, and then it ended. So on weapons, we have normal missiles, we have our machine guns, we have missiles, and we have bombs. You can see how many missiles and bombs I have over there on the right hand, right below my score. I've got 5 missiles left and 4 bombs. But the thing about this level, on the every 5th level is a command ship. Okay. And when you destroy the command ship with your normal things, you get a weapons upgrade. So let's get that weapons upgrade. There we go. That's what Daddy liked. And then if you can hang on to that for the next 5 levels, you'll add on to your weapons. So that's what we're going to try to do. Hello, tinfoil. Welcome to the stream. Alright. So we're kind of just picking them off as they come over there. You control, in this game, you control the ship with your mouse. So it's left and right. I played this a long time ago. And I was probably just as bad at it then as I am now. Oh boy. Why did I even waste a bomb? I should just let him kill me. And I probably told this same story, which I'll tell you now, which is I got a copy of this from a friend of mine who also had a PC, obviously. And he and I were calling different BBSs, and we would get games. And of course, back then, like I said, this game fit on a single floppy, you know, and he brought me a copy of this game. And so after a few, days or a week or so, we began comparing our scores. And my scores were way higher than his. And as you guys know, anybody that's been to my stream knows, I'm not so good with the games. And so I was very surprised that my scores were... Lost it already. This game is frustrating. That my scores were higher than his. And so what we found out, well, I went to his house one time, and he was like, hey man, you gotta show me like your tricks on Galactix. And I was like, oh, there ain't no tricks, just shooting and dodging and getting missiles or whatever. And he had I believe a 386-16 at the time, and I had a 286-10, and when you turn on turbo, it was 12. Get it. Okay, good. Let's get my energy back up. And so what was happening was the game played a lot slower on my computer than it did on his computer. His was super fast. His was like this speed, and mine was like really slow. And so this might be the next episode of Like a DOS. I had another game that I was kind of working on, but I don't know. Okay, and I just used my last bomb because I'm an idiot and I wasn't paying attention. Oh, good time. This is level 49. This is a great time to be out of bombs and now out of missiles. It's a command ship! You know, when I was a kid, I used to, like, after I saw The Last Starfighter, I thought, what a great idea for a thing. And I thought, there's no alien species that would pick me to be a part of their Space Force. Like, if they saw me in an arcade, they'd be like, skip that kid. That kid's not a keeper. We're not giving him a spaceship. One of my favorite parts of The Last Starfighter is when Alex is about to beat the record on the arcade game, the Last Starfighter arcade game that they've set up in his trailer park. And then they start yelling for everybody in the trailer park, Alex is going for the record! And all these old people come out of their mobile homes and they're like, what? He's going for the record? And they all gather around and they cheer him on, you know. And it's such a great scene, you know. And in reality, like, I don't know how many of you guys, like if you had a gaming console in your living room, like I had we had an Atari in my living room for a long time. And I couldn't get my parents to watch me play Atari while they were in the room. All right, so we've made it halfway. Our ship's going to get an upgrade, which really just means it's going to change color. All right, first half of the game down. Okay. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Let's just be friends for a minute, fellas. Alright. So for the first time in this stupid game, I've got 2 layers of guns now. Now we're talking. Oh no, don't corner me over here. All right, now we're getting somewhere. If I was playing, let's say, Mega Mania or Space Invaders or something, okay, now I got plenty of bombs. I really shouldn't waste them, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, we're gonna waste one. I just lost my second level of guns. You see that? So we're gonna let's get to level 55, get those guns back. Notice how the Saturn in the background gets larger. Like as we're traveling towards Saturn, it was smaller on the last level. Now it's a little bigger, and then now it's bigger. Okay, let's use this bomb. Let's avoid getting shot. All right. Oh, notice I didn't take that dude out. There we go. All right. Well, it's not by John Carpenter because it's in 4/4 time. Please don't make me talk about Halloween Ends. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. All right. If I told my parents, I'm going for the record, I think aliens might show up, my parents would be like, that's nice, dear. Are you having fun on the The Atari Nintendari. Do, 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 do. I lose, yep. Lost the old guns. That is correct. That was a William Beamish reference. All right. Willie! That teacher had spit all over things. Willie, where's your homework? Willie Beamish might have been one of the first CD-ROM games I ever actually bought. Oh man. Yeah, well, we were a computer family, way much bigger than consoles. Oh, I'm in bad shape now. Oh, did I die? I think I died. Yeah, so after 50, you can't continue. Oh, can you? Maybe you can. I'm just making up stuff as I go along here. Let's see what... Okay. This is the show in which I just make up facts. Alright, we'll take that. Get some bombs, give some bombs. We're going to use a bomb right here. Believe it or not, Aaron, I talked you into playing this on a stream one time. So I know that you have played it. But the problem was, is that if you try to play this on eXoDOS or in most configurations, like in... you have to go set up the mouse separately. And this game is... You can play it with a keyboard, but it is no fun. Alright. I got a little excited there. Back to one gun. Oh. God, it's amazing just how quickly I can lose that thing. Of course, the further you get in the game, the more damage their shots do, you know? You know, I keep seeing all these things from people that say Halloween Ends is actually a good movie, and my argument all along has been that I don't say that it's a bad movie. It's just a bad end to that trilogy, and it's a bad end to the franchise. You know, like structurally, it's a fine movie, and it, you know, whatever. But what it really just reeks of is, and especially if you go back and I didn't kill that guy. If you go back and watch the like. There's, I think The Last Jedi, is that the episode 8? Is that the Rian Johnson one? He has a thing where he says, he goes into this whole spiel in the making of it. He's like, Oh, that's 69. Okay, 70. Here we go. This is where I'm going to get my thing. Okay, stay alive. Okay, good. Ryan Johnson's like, well, everybody expected Rey's parents to be somebody, so I'm just going to say Rey's parents were nobody. And everybody expected Luke Skywalker to save the day, so I'm going to kill Luke Skywalker. Everybody expected Princess Leia to die, so I'm going to save her and kill Luke Skywalker. And he just went through, and none of those things were good for the story. If you do something like that that makes sense in the story, and even if it's a twist or whatever, then that's great. You know, I got no problem with that. I've sat through many plot, classes and story writing classes and fiction, plotting and all that stuff. Like, I get it. Like, you could do unconventional things as long as it makes sense with the characters that have been established for, decades. But when you do stuff like that, not for the story, but just for the shock value, that's the goofy. That doesn't work. That's where the problem lies. And that is exactly what Rian Johnson did with Star Wars. And that's what he said he was doing with Star Wars. He just told everybody, he was like, you know what? We've established that only certain people have the Force. And so he said, I'm just going to make it where everybody has the Force. And so here's the other issue that I have with that. If you make your own little spin-off movie and you come up with your own idea or whatever, knock yourself out. You want to make a fan fiction Star Wars story and say, hey, in this world, everybody has the Force. Okay, then you can do that. But you can't do it in episode 8 after we've already had 7 movies that established that that's not the way things work. But then what you get into, which is a touchy subject for people, is whose Star Wars is it? Is it George Lucas's Star Wars? Well, not technically, not anymore because he sold it, right? Is it Disney's Star Wars? Is it Rian Johnson's Star Wars? But in a little bit of it, it's our Star Wars. Now, I'm going to run out of continues here eventually. What am I on? Oh, I should not have used a bomb. So, when you say, not you, I mean, like the royal you, like the royal we, right? When you say that that you can't do that in Star Wars, okay? All right, this is 75. Let's stay alive. Good. Now we're gonna build our guns back up, hopefully. All right. Better. But we're in a problem situation now because we don't have any bombs. So anyway, I may not be making total logical sense because I'm playing this game while I'm trying to formulate my theory here, my Star Wars theory. But you can't make up stuff that goes against the rules that you've set up in the universe. And this is not a specific example, but this is a general example. Let's say you make a movie or you write a book or whatever where everyone in your universe can fly, okay? Well, then to get away from something at the end of the book and somebody flies, that makes sense, okay? But if you write a book where nobody can fly, like you've never established that people can fly, and then on the last page you're like, by the way, this guy can fly, and he flies away. That's not fair because you're not operating within the rules that you've established in your own universe, okay? And this is, I mean, really at this point, we're talking about Star Wars. We're not even to Halloween Ends yet. But, hey, Scooby, thanks for the follow, sir. So, Scooby, I thought you were following me. Or maybe that was just on Twitter. But anyway, so the thing about Star Wars is I mean, Rian Johnson's a dum-dum. I know it. That's why I'm not bombing these guys. Because I was trying to get a bomb before I get to the next level. But now I just got bombs in my face. I take that E. Did I get it? Maybe. No, I died right when I was getting it. So let's talk about Halloween Ends, which I don't want to spoil. I'm not going to spoil anything. This will be a spoiler-free discussion of Halloween Ends. But there's a quote going around, and I've quoted this, discussing this. But there's an interview with the director of Halloween Ends, and he basically says, I mean, not basically, I'm quoting him. Oh, please, 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 yay! He says, we never considered turning the last movie into a Laurie Strode versus Michael Myers battle. That's what he says. Okay, here's the problem. There are 13 Halloween movies. And, I mean, things get real complicated if you want to get into Halloween because not all the movies, in fact, there are, I believe, 5 different timelines in Halloween. I'm telling you, it gets kooky. It gets convoluted. But no matter how you look at it, every Halloween movie, well, that's not true. Not every Halloween movie. Not numbers, I'm going from memory here, but I think 5 and 6. I think Laurie Strode is not in 5 or 6. But generally speaking, every Halloween movie, not Halloween 3, is about the battle between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, right? So when you say, hey, oh no, don't blow up now. Don't blow up when you're way up there. I won't get my guns. So when you say, we're going to end the trilogy, or, not just the trilogy, we're going to end the franchise, but it's not going to be about Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. It has to be about Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. That is the central conflict of your entire franchise. You can't just say, oh, by the way, it's not going to be about them. The director says, we wanted to go in a different direction, and so we decided to make it a love story between a new character, which you can't do, and Laurie Strode's granddaughter. It's the most asinine thing I've ever heard. And this is the example, and I used this example on Twitter the other day. Let's say that you hire a movie company. This is the exact example I came up with. Let's say you hire a movie company to come to your house, and you say, I need help moving, I need all my stuff moved to a new address. And they show up in a Ferrari. And they take all your guns and they kill you in this game. Stupid game. And they show up in a Ferrari. Okay. I'm not arguing that a Ferrari is not a great car. I'd love to have a Ferrari. Ferraris are awesome. Great. A Ferrari is not an appropriate vehicle for a movie company. That's my point, right? So I'm not saying like people are like, well, structurally, actually, Halloween Ends makes a lot of sense. Great. It can make all the sense in the world. It doesn't make sense as the end of the story between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. Like, if you're telling that story, and someone on a forum I'm on, they said, can you come up with a better plot? And I said, here's a better plot, and I came up with one in 30 seconds. And then I said, here's another better plot, and I came up with another one in 30 seconds. I said, you want me to do this? I can do it all day long. Not because I'm great at coming up with plots, but because I understand how Halloween's supposed to work. And everybody says, well, what'd you want? Just another movie with Michael Myers walking around killing people? Yeah, kind of. I mean, you think people go to, let me flip that around. Do you think people go to Halloween to go see a love story? Nope, not me. You know, we go forward, the stabby stabby. It's just a messed up thing. It's just a messed up thing. And this is why it makes me mad. It doesn't make me mad because of the story. It doesn't make me mad. It makes me mad because they went in with the basic thing of saying, I'm just going to flip it on its head. I'm just going to do stuff that people don't want to see. Now you can get into... I'm getting to the levels where I can't get through it now because I don't have any guns upgraded. Let me see how many more continues this is going to give me here. Oh! Alright, so I guess when I died before, it gave me, if I could limp through this level. If I could have got that E, I would have made it. And here's, so, like one of the things I said, what you could have done with that movie, you could have introduced that new kid, Corey Cunningham. You could have introduced him. You could have had him be this bad seed, which is obviously what he's supposed to be, right? You don't have him team up with Michael Myers because that's stupid, because Michael Myers does not need a angsty teen. I mean, I get he's early 20s, but Michael Myers does not need to team up with people. And then at the end, you come in with a thing, and then you have him carry on the torch, and then you spin it off, and it becomes something new. Friday the 13th did that. Friday the 13th. I mean, how many movies is how many movies of Friday the 13th is Jason not the killer? Like, a lot. Like, number one, Jason's not the killer. Tommy Jarvis. Little Tommy Jarvis, he was a killer for a while. And that's the thing, is like, you could do it, but... And you wouldn't do it with the last one. That's the thing. Is, you know, I was working on a blog post, and I said, what would have happened if in Jaws 3, the writer was like, you know, we decided to turn the Jaws formula on its head. We didn't want to do just another Jaws movie. Instead, we made a love story. And then we had something else killing people besides Jaws. Like, who would go for that? That would never fly in a million years. And I'm telling him, and my wife, God bless her, I love my wife. I just wasted a bomb for no reason. I was in the car and I was telling my wife all this, and she said, I went through my whole spiel about the plot of Halloween Ends, my problems with the plot, what they could have done to improve the plot, all these things. And then at the end, Susan said, now is he the one with the knives for fingers? And I went, why did I just go through this with her? The very first time that I saw a horror movie, well, actually, oh, good deal. I'm out of bombs. I didn't realize that. I would have taken a different approach there. There is a point where it won't let you continue anymore. Maybe it's the last level. I just don't remember where it's at. Oh, that gave me a bomb. And another weapon. You son of a... The first horror movie I ever really saw, I mean, once I was old enough to know what a horror movie was the first Nightmare on Elm Street. And I spent the night at my friend's house. It was 6th grade, and it was on HBO. And my friend asked me if I could watch it, and I said, I better call my parents and double check. And so I called home. Oh, it almost just wiped me out. Oh, if I could get that E, that'd be great. And so I called and was like, hey, is it cool if I watch this? And they said, sure, because I'm spending the night. And this was a guy's house that I had to like go through the creek. If you've never heard the episode about the creek, if you don't know Flack, you should listen to that. It's one of the most highly rated episodes. People love that episode. And anyway, so he lived on the other side of the creek. And so we watched Nightmare on Elm Street. I was terrified the entire time. And then his parents said, well, we forgot. We got to go somewhere in the morning, so you probably need to go home and not spend the night. And so I had to walk home. Boy, I cannot beat this level. I have 3 bombs now. Let me try it again here in a bomb. All right, let's try this again. They said, you're going to have to go home. And so I had to run home through the creek, and I knew every step of the way Freddy was going to get me. Freddy, or as I call him, the one with the knives. But then when I went to, in 7th grade, Steel Rat had a 7th grade Halloween party, and it was the first, like, teenage party I ever went to. And so I went to this party, and there were girls there that I didn't know. It was a costume party. It was a lot of fun. And they had a volleyball net set up in the living room with balloons so you could play balloon volleyball. That was a fun thing. And did I already lose that? No, can't get them. And they were showing one of the early first or second Friday the 13th. And I remember his mom asking me, "Is it are your parents?" Because most of the people that were there were people from his neighborhood. And I remember his mom saying, "Is it?" Because I barely knew Steel Rat. That was the first thing we ever did together was this Halloween party. And I remember his mom saying, "Are your parents okay if you watch this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, they're okay." And I mean, I don't know if they would have been, but by the way, Steel Rat and I, the first one of the very first. Well, so there was another friend of ours named Andy, and not fireman Andy, but a different Andy. No, it wasn't Andy. It would have been Scott. Scott was a member of the RCA cassette tape club. And so the thing is that if he got us into it, then he got free tapes. And then, of course, we would sign up. So we got 8 free tapes for a penny and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we're 7th and 8th grade, and then we're all just signing up for the tape thing. And then, Scott would sign up, and then Jeff and I would sign up under Scott, and we would buy all our tapes, and then we would cancel, and then we would sign up, and Jeff and Scott would sign up under me. We just kept doing this. We just got hundreds of tapes, And one of the very first earliest tapes that we got was Alice Cooper, Raise Your Fist and Yell. And man, that got me hooked on Alice Cooper. There's so many great songs on that album. Freedom, gonna ring that bell. Freedom to rock, freedom to talk. And anyway, a few years ago on Motley Crue's farewell tour the first farewell tour before they came back like butts and then decided they weren't retiring. Oh, this is the last level of the game. This is level 100. Get ready for this. Oh, nope. 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 Here we go. So now he can shoot missiles. He can shoot those things. He can kill me real bad. I'm trying to wait till he shoots and move and hide. I'm just firing. No, right in the middle. I took one right in the middle. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, it's going to let me continue, but do I still have... I've used a bunch of my missiles. No, do I have bombs? No. Yeah, I do have bombs. Bomb. Missile. Bomb. Missile. Missile. Come on. No, missile. Missile. You're not going to tell me I'm about to die. I know that game. He's not even like smoking it or anything. Like, don't you think if he's... Oh, wait, did I die? I think we died at the same time. What happened? You've died. Come on. Alright, what do I get? 2 bombs? I can't beat it with 2 bombs and 16 missiles. Ludicrous. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Okay, I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna use a keyboard shortcut for missiles. But I've lost all my guns. And now each time I'm starting with fewer and fewer weapons. Yeah. I don't know that I can... I think this might be at a spot that I can't beat it. Let me try to hide in the corner for a minute here. I didn't hide very good. Trying to thread the needle. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I killed that guy first. And then he killed me. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to launch all the missiles that I can all at once. Why am I... Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button for bomb. Alright, let's try this again. We're going to blast our way through this one way or the other. Okay, so that's all the missiles and all the bombs. Then it's just a matter of if I can dodge incoming long enough while I'm shooting at him. Let's try it again. I think I might have met my match here. So yeah, I went to Jeff's Halloween party and watched Friday the 13th. I think it was the second one because I seem to remember there's that scene where the guy gets hatcheted in the head and he's in the wheelchair and he rolls backwards down the boat dock. I think that's the second one, I think. Nope. I think I'm screwed. I think that was my chance. That one. And blew it. You know, it'd be great is if I could hang on to that gun for long enough while I'm doing the missiles, like not lose everything right off the bat. See, I've already lost it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use bombs first and missiles at the same time and shoot at the same time. Okay, missile launched. The bomb launched. Second bomb launched. Missiles launched. Okay. And then, can I hang on? One shot's all you get. Man, I don't want to give up this second, but I'll keep going for 200 bits. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just being silly. I will quit for 1 bit. The thing is that there's so much going on in the screen that that you can't react as quickly. It's like the shot at the end of a Breakfast Club. Bender. Cheers of joy welcome you home. You are bestowed the highest honors and become true Galactix warrior. Yep, no medal for Chewie. All right, I do hear the John Carpenter. Oh. 9,000 continues. Got us to the end. That's it. For those that missed the very beginning, I'll run through the introduction one more time. I remember when that came out, that was so far in the future. Kind of a bummer that EQ doesn't work on that stereo.
In today's news, Brazilian lumberjacks cut down the last tree in the rainforest. A spokesman for the Acme Toothpick Company said, "Gee, that's too bad."
Attention Terrans. We decided have come to conquer your world and enslave its people. Nothing can withstand the power of the Zydus. Prepare now. Your doom is at hand.
You know, I'm always embarrassed and I never know what to say when people cheer bits, but for beating this game, I'll take it. I will take it. I never knew how to say, is it Cygnus? I guess that's how you say that. Cygnus? Gee, that's too bad. There you go. That is Galactix from level 1 to 100. Again, if you got the shareware version, you only got the first 50 levels. It does sound like Kylo. The president of the rainforest said, "Tell me, what droid did you hide the plans in?" That almost sounds like Mr. Blanket. I don't know how many would get that reference. Why did there have to be 100 levels? Well, it was a fun little stream tonight. This wasn't 100% what I had planned, but this filled in. This worked. So maybe this will be the game that we cover. Oh no, I turned the music back up. I turned it up for the demo again. Maybe this will be the game we cover on eXoDOS. This isn't, again, I got another one I've been researching. But who knows? Who knows what will happen? Who knows what will happen on anything I do? I don't. So anyway, Aaron, thanks again for the raid. I got to watch 2/3. I had to switch over right when you were talking about, was it Halloween Harry? So if you guys didn't, for anybody that missed the end of their stream, go over to the Amigo Retro Gaming stream and catch the end of their stream. Theirs will be on YouTube. This will be on YouTube. That's all right. That's all right. There's plenty of room for everybody. And Carnival, which I said was one of the best Carnival themed 3D shooting games on rails released that year. That's the most I can say for Carnival. So anyway, thanks everybody for jumping in.